Albertans! Finally, we are adding some big numbers to the ranks of angry Albertans. People are pissed. Are you? The sheer volume of messages our team is receiving is now impossible to stay on top of. Most of them are saying the same thing. They're coming for me. Great. We told you they were coming for you 17 months ago. But we stood up for you regardless, at great personal cost, no less. My business was one of the first targeted, not by legislation, but by the propaganda. I work in people's homes. People were suddenly uncomfortable having strangers in their houses. My business dropped to nothing in practically an instant. Of course, all the healthcare workers had nothing to worry about. They never missed a check. Sure, they had to deal with COVID, but at least their kids didn't go hungry. We tried to find healthcare professionals to speak out. I spoke with Roger Hodkinson in May of last year. He was on side, but not on board. I published the paper he wrote that the University of Saskatchewan refused to publish. He wasn't ready to come forward publicly yet, though, as he stood to make a ton of money selling COVID tests to the government. I am so glad he finally decided to listen to his conscience, because he has turned into a force for good. A group of paramedics and a small group of nurses provided an anonymous speech read by Karen Dixon that went on to be seen several million times. Then things settled down slightly, and then they brought in the mask mandate. Another mandate we all fought tooth and nail. I have yet to wear a mask, period. That's cost me customers, and it's cost me, and the page is a part of that, but it's cost me over 251-star reviews on my Google business page, which pre-COVID had a rock-solid 5-star rating for over 11 years. We even lined up over 100 people to speak to City Council when they wanted to renew the mask mandate. Of course, we were all ridiculed and ignored. A victim of rape spoke against the masks, telling council how she felt terrified every time she saw a masked man, and that her face was forcibly covered during the assault, causing her extreme distress to now wear a mask. She was scorned, ridiculed, and minimized by a supposedly woke and very feminist city council. Other than the small group willing to take a stand, nobody else appeared to give a damn, at least not enough to get off the couch. All throughout, we have been trying to counsel business owners that were literally losing everything. We were trying to counsel parents whose children were being abused in schools, trying to counsel employees into finding ways that they could keep their jobs with a mask exemption. All we have ever tried to do was help people wake up and make a stand, for which we were called white nationalists and white supremacists by the likes of Janice Irwin and David Shepard. Plague rats by Rachel Notley's paid protesters. Even Kenny called us lunatics. We've been asking for help and support since the beginning, and there was very little. And now everybody expects us to save them. I wish we could. We can't save anybody. We can't even save ourselves. But all of us can. Every single person hearing my voice can do their part. You can do your part by resisting every aspect of this totalitarian takeover. Refuse to wear a mask. Refuse to show your papers. Sure, you could get a ticket. Sure, it could be expensive. But those consequences are extremely minor compared to what will be if you continue to sit on the sofa. Refuse to provide your vaccine status. Refuse to be vaccinated for work. I am getting extremely tired of being labeled unvaccinated. Unvaccinated is the equivalent to uncircumcised. What a ridiculous twist on the language. Things in their natural state never need an un preceding their title. Do we say that people with heads are undecapitated? Are people with arms unamputated? I am a human being, and I have the right to make my own choices. We are not anti-maskers. We are not anti-vaxxers. We are people. People that used to be considered useful members of society. People that used to be your friends and neighbors. People that were allowed to contribute to society. People that were allowed to have an opinion. Now we are a subclass, subhumans, the very enemy of mankind itself. That's what Jason Kenney's whole live stream was about how all of this tyranny is your fault. Do you buy it? They have stripped you of your right to earn a living. They are stripping you of your parental rights. They are stripping you of your very humanity. All because you wouldn't play their sick games. Hell is a very real place, and we are living in it right now. And Jason Kenney is the district manager. If your church wants you masked and jabbed, your church is of the devil. If your boss wants you shut up with poison, your boss is of the devil. If your schools are abusing your children, your schools are of the devil. And you know what? Your job as a human being is to resist evil at all costs. I am a nobody, a local piano tuner with a very average income. To date, I have invested the better part of $10,000 into fighting this. From upgrading a computer so that I could stream to you, to renting a PA system, buying a megaphone, expensive software membership so I could make posters and edit videos, replacing an iPhone that was damaged when I was assaulted, studio lights, it goes on and on. I've done absolutely everything I am capable of to try and wake people up. I have lost much of my income simply by neglecting my business so that I could put as much energy into this fight as humanly possible. Well, that time is coming to an end. The writing is on the wall. My wife will be losing her job. They haven't advertised it yet, but the City of Calgary has just mandated the jab for all City of Calgary employees. You know, to think that Edmonton is just going to forget about it? No, they're going to be doing it too, and then we're going to be down on income. And I know there's a lot of people in this crowd that are facing these types of situations. It hasn't been announced yet, but we know it's coming, and she will not be getting the jab. She made the choice for our family to wear the mask at work. At least she could remove that. But she will not be getting the jab. And I will not be able to afford to dump a bunch more money into something that very few people seem to give a damn about. Bringing this fight to you means that we ate a lot more Mr. Noodle and a lot less roast beef. And all I get is shit upon. by people who support these grifters selling the T-shirts, selling you the fake exemption cards, selling you the fake legal advice, their constitutional challenges, their Fight the Fines campaign. None of it has achieved anything. You have to stand now! Being involved doesn't count. Buying a T-shirt doesn't count. Being committed counts. Think about breakfast. The chicken is involved, but the pig is committed. Are you pigs or chickens? It is time to stand up to the point of death. Your job doesn't matter anymore. Your next meal doesn't matter anymore. Your mortgage doesn't matter anymore. Your fancy car payment doesn't matter anymore. All of that is going to be taken away if you continue to stay silent. You will not be able to keep any of it by keeping your head down. They are coming for it all. You already have nothing left to lose. You just haven't realized it yet. If this goes on the way it has, your children already have no future. They are already doomed. Their next meal is inconsequential. What is the point of surviving this if your children end up as nothing more than slaves on a plantation? I know you are hurting. I know you hate conflict, and I know you don't want to stick your neck out. And I know that unless you get over it and fight, we've already lost. We cannot save you, but all of you can help save everyone. This is on you. I've done everything I can. I literally do not have time to do anymore, but if all of you put in some effort, then we have more than we have over the last 17 months. We just might push this thing back into the pit of hell from whence it came.